BuzzFeed News ran a story where they claimed a black man was killed fighting over a fried chicken sandwich. Did you guys ever hear that story?
No, I've seen that story. No.
So when the Popeyes chicken sandwich thing was going on and the media was claiming that everybody was fighting for sandwiches, BuzzFeed News ran a fake story claiming that 2 guys fought to the death over a fried chicken sandwich. And when I reached out to BuzzFeed News and said, guys, the story is not real, like, check your sources, they basically told me to go screw myself. They were going to keep the story up.
You ever want to work in this industry?
Well, they probably like, you know how well this is performing? Want us to delete this thing?
Yup, that's exactly what it is. Look, BuzzFeed runs headline of black man murdered fighting over fried chicken sandwich. They're getting tons of hits, and they don't care who they're getting it from. A view from a white supremacist and a view from a leftist is the same. It's a
number
view.
for an advertiser.
Boom.
Yeah.
So when I told the editor-in-chief, like, this is not true, his attitude was kind of like, so what?
This is true that they won a Pulitzer Prize?
Oh, probably a bunch of them.
Those prizes are handing out like Cracker Jack
I
prizes.
won one of those. I won a Pulitzer
Nobel.
Prize. It's not a big deal, I'm telling you.
No, he was doodling on a napkin, and the guy just came up and put it on the table.
You are the greatest journalist of the last 10 years. I'm like, journalist?
He goes, is that you? Is that original?
Yeah, but the...
it was your to-do list? He goes, oh my God, that's the best 10 list I've ever seen. Yeah, that's the majority of what they do. They were like popular for is the 10 things that, 10 reasons your boyfriend's racist.
Yeah, but that's BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed.
I know BuzzFeed's still cooking, and and a lot of the news people are going to start to funnel into like Huffington Post and some of these other places.
They're going to get, I warned that they'll get increasingly more unhinged. So I said this back in 2018.
BuzzFeed or BuzzFeed News?
All of them.
Yeah, just
because they don't have their secret sauce of Trump.
Well, that's true too. But because their viewership is dependent upon escalation, as time goes on, they have to keep being crazier and crazier to keep someone's attention, right? Like if a dude goes outside of your house and he dresses like Hillary Clinton with clown makeup on and juggles a bunch of bowling pins, you're going to look out your window and you're going to be like, guys, everybody come look at this thing. What's going on?
Wait, do you live near me in Brooklyn?
But the next day...
Because that guy lives right outside of my place.
And right, and you're not watching him right now. Right. The next day you go, oh, the guy's out there again. You don't care. Of
course.
So he's got to add a chicken to the mix. You're like, hey... The Hillary Clinton guy, he's got a chicken in there now. So they have to keep adding new weird
especially because
garbage.
they're not a destination. Like if you run a show and you have your core viewers, sometimes it might be up, sometimes you go through like phases.
Yeah.
No one's like, they don't have a core group of people, I don't think, that like, oh, let me check out BuzzFeed News every morning.
Yeah, like Buzz,
oh yeah, just my morning Joe and
not on like the first bookmarks tab or whatever. Being like,
BuzzFeed
I can't be a high number of people that like every morning out on the porch, I got to check out my BuzzFeed,
But they actually said this, that it's all about just the social media algorithms. That's their whole thing.
Has to be.
BuzzFeed News was all about producing shock content on social media to capture people who don't actually care about the brand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, that's not going to work. And so I didn't know that they were going to implode. I mean, BuzzFeed's stock is at like 70 cents or something.
70 cents, yeah.
From $10. Could you imagine being stupid enough to have bought stock in BuzzFeed?
Whoa.
I
have a friend of mine actually who was our buddy Matt, who was actually trying to pump that for a while. He's like, I have a feeling. Shout out to Matt. I hope you're not watching.
He's in journalism.
He's in journalism, and he saw the whole restructuring. He goes, I think this is like, you want to bet on this pony right here? And I was like, I'm good.
Bet. No, you want to bet on them to break their leg. Yeah. So you buy put options, and you would have made yourself a fortune.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's especially in the last 2 years, like there's zero chance that they're ever like that. They had their moment, like Trump, COVID, all the mix, right?
Sure. Yeah, their stock started to drop in December of 2021.
But it's not just them. It is like in some ways the whole industry.
The shock
it is.
news industry.
I mean, they're fake
really.
journalists. They're fake news, if you will.
Political clickbait.
And like chasing ad revenue instead of subscriber.
Well, their ad revenue thing is even crazier, the stuff that these places do, because they basically will be like, they'll be selling 1 million impressions, and then they all sort of like pool together. It would be like if Tim was like, hey, we sell this many views, and then came to us and all these other people and was like, hey, can you give me 40 views? Like they're like drug addicts being like, I need another 40 clicks if you don't mind. And then Vice like gives them views. So Vice will sell views and then go to all these smaller places. And so you're like, I bought Vice clicks. And then you get these other clicks on all these random ass places. So the whole thing's like, the whole industry's like a glass house.
The BuzzFeed market cap is only $106 million.
Want to buy it?
Someone super chatted Tim, buy BuzzFeed.
Okay, super chat.
I might actually be able to buy that.
Just get the super chats. Everybody just super chat. Just send the super chats.
I gotta be honest.
And we'll buy it by the end of the show.
If I bought BuzzFeed...
Patreon.com/theboyscats. We also might buy it.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest. And I think everyone's going to agree. BuzzFeed's in real tough shape. They are struggling. But if it was me that took it over and ran it, well, then everybody knows.
Buzz full.
I would shove it in the toilet so fast and just completely gut it and sell off all the resources and property.
What is the value of
What's
it?
the resources?
It's
They're
like,
printers?
it's a joke.
Laptops, printers,